to record the music, specifically When Will My Life Begin, the first song in the movie, because I've never sang in character before. It's really different to go in and sing music in the studio that you've written because you're not concentrated on the emotions that you're trying to convey to the audience or what the song's about or certain words that you want to punch. And you know, you're not yourself. You are a character, so it's like I can't approach singing the song like I would if I were just singing it for myself. But thank God Alan Menken was in the studio and he knew exactly, like, you know, he's a consummate professional and this is old, you know, this is second nature to him. So he knew exactly what he wanted and was very, very good at coaching to get what he wanted. So, because that first time I sort of went through this song and I was like, could this be any faster? Like all of these words to fit into this tiny little bit of melody I was like, my goodness, I don't know if I have the lung capacity to like take that much air in to get all those words out, but we made it work somehow.
Very nicely too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes?
When you saw the final cut, what surprised you the most?
I think all the stuff that I wasn't in. You know, because I just didn't know what the movie was. You're not around to like, I still haven't met Donna Murphy. So like seeing Mother Knows Best and seeing, you know, the scenes between the two of us and then seeing the whole rapport with like Flynn and Maximus and yeah, the stuff that I wasn't around for that I just seeing the whole picture fully realized was so above and beyond, you know, my wildest expectation. Very cool.
Can you swing an iron skillet?
No, I have no skills in the kitchen, not even with like, you know, a frying pan, so I'm not going to attempt that.
What are you working on now?
I'm getting ready to make another record. I've started writing and so hopefully I'll be done writing by the end of the year and then go into the studio next year. Yeah.
How do you see your career right now? Because for a long time you've really sort of walked the line between being a singer and an actress and sort of balanced both at the same time. It seems now you're a bit more, speaking of lung capacity, I just ran out. Now it seems you're concentrating more on the musical side a little bit more? Or?
Sure. I don't know, it's not necessarily a conscious decision. Okay. I guess it's sort of just what comes your way. I don't know. I don't know what I would consider myself more of. I think that's up to all of you fine folks. You know, it's like whatever people are going to describe you as, that's fine with me. I just want to keep getting the opportunity to do both.
What message would you like for Tangle to sort of communicate to little girls or even little boys?
I think specifically what really jumped out to me, and of course I'm sure it's everybody else, but I love the idea that her entire life Rapunzel was told that her 70 feet of long magical hair was what made her special and set her apart from everyone else, and that ended up not being the case. You know, it ended up the special magical qualities were within her the entire time. You know, and I love that Flynn loves her more once he's cut all of her hair off, and oddly has a haircut that I had at one point in time. I watched the film the first time and I was like, wait, I've had that haircut before. I think it was a total coincidence, but that definitely startled me a little bit. But I liked the idea that, you know, it wasn't the stereotypical long, beautiful hair that we would all think of as you know, what makes her most attractive. I love that he fell in love with her more when she was just herself.
How did they approach you for this role?
For Tangled?
Yes.
Oh gosh, I auditioned. And I almost didn't audition because I thought, oh my god, I bet everyone and my mother is going out for this and I'm just going to be disappointed that I won't get to be a Disney princess. And but I decided to go because I was like, you know what, how many auditions do you find where you get to actually read a scene and then sing a song? And they asked us to come in with a song in the singer-songwriter vein. So I was like, okay. Any excuse to go in and sing Joni Mitchell, I'm like always fine with. So that was kind of cool. But then to actually get the call that I got a call back was so, it was just kind of beyond me, you know. I still can't believe that like I'm at a press junket at Disneyland and the movie's done. It's so crazy. It's so weird. Yeah.
And you get like your image is going to be in the park now, and you know your character.
So we met, Zach and I met the Flynn and Rapunzel characters yesterday and took pictures with them. And it's just funny to introduce yourself, like, hi, I'm Manny. Hi, I'm Rapunzel. I want to be like, we're not.
Do they look anything like your character? Or
They sort of, yeah, they look like the character in the film a little bit. But the poor girl, I think she was attached to the house yesterday that, like, that Flynn and Rapunzel live in, because the hair is, like, all over the ceiling and stuff, so I think she has to sort of stay drawing, like, almost stick figures. So it was really interesting to see the back and forth.
You guys, last question?
Great.
Yeah.
Mandy, if Tangled ever went to Broadway, would you consider going on Broadway with it and doing that?
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. Although the process of talking about all that hair for the last couple of days really has me worried about, like, I don't know, I'd have to do some sort of like neck strengthening exercises or something, like a lot of core work, because that would be a heavy
Yeah,
thing,
it would.
right?
Yeah.
But I could see, in my mind, I already see, like, the art direction of, like, the hair over the audience, you know what I mean? Like, somehow it's woven into, like, the overhead the ceiling or something.
Julie
like that.
Taymor will figure something
Yeah, she'll
out.
figure it out. We'll leave it to her.